Go find your own spot.
Where'd you go?
I don't know, she's probably outside digging something up. Love you. All right, welcome friends to another Yoga with Britt. We are here today with a foam roller because when this all hit, I heard a lot of people say, I'm gonna go work out and I'm gonna get, fit over this, this Corona thing. And what I'm thinking that happened is that a lot of you probably worked out, hit it hard, probably did, some favorite workout videos, and now your muscles are sore. Or you are like me and just are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and everything is building up inside. And sometimes we just need to wring it out. So that's what we're gonna do today. If you have a foam roller, grab one. I've got this one from Dr. Andy Rosser, and I have my faithful, helpful companion. I'm so excited you're here. That's sarcasm. Okay, so let's get started. If you don't have a foam roller, also like tennis balls and lacrosse balls are really good ways to just massage your muscles. I know I'm desperately missing my massage therapy right now. So, alrighty. We're just gonna start with the foam roller right under the ankles, kind of right by the calves. And I'm just gonna swish my legs back and forth, kind of like I'm sitting in the park, watching the sun at a beach where people are allowed. Someday we can dream. And I want to make sure I'm not sinking into my shoulders, so I'm really sitting up high. Oh God, it's raining. Thank you so much. Hi, I love you. There you go. Oh God, you're so dirty. All right, pets, am I right? Hi. And so I'm just literally wiggling my feet back and forth. You can start to go up and down. And if this is too much on both legs, you can just do one at a time. And that way you can really get into some of these areas, but we're just massaging the calves. Now I'm not pushing into this. I'm just using my body weight, just smooshing my muscles. Oh, and you'll notice maybe one side feels a little different than the other, right? So we're just going back and forth here. I'm gonna do both of them at the same time. Once we get into that meaty part of the calf, that's when this just starts really working for me. So I'm not flexing my feet, I'm keeping them loosey-goosey so that I get into the deep calf muscles. You've got about two muscles, one that lays deep and then one that goes over the top. So if we relax our muscles, we get to that one that's deep in there, and often gets just really, really tight, especially if you wear high heels, or if you sit in your chair and sit on your tippy toes, that'll make it bad, make it hurt a little bit. So this is just a good way to squish the muscles. What you're doing is you're busting up the muscle tissue, the fascia, and getting blood in there. And blood is good. All right, so you can even go crazy and get on the front parts of your shin. Just avoid any joint, right? You want to avoid the knees, avoid the ankles directly. You don't want to put that right on there. All right, moving along, I'm going to go underneath. So I rolled, so I'm past my knees, and as Izzy will demonstrate, thank you, we're going to roll the hamstrings. Now again, if your wrists and shoulders are just not having this, scoot this to one side and do one at a time. And you can get on the inside of the leg, which feels so good. It's awesome. Or rotate on the outside just a little bit, and we'll get the IT bands in here in a little bit. But again, keep that leg relaxed, and you're going to massage those muscles. Or you can do both at a time. Whee! Just going right to the base of the bum, just like I'm rocking back and forth, right? It just made me think of something that my uncle always said. My uncle just has these crazy Midwesternisms, and this one was, worrying is like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it won't get you anywhere. So I know I've spent some time worrying over the past couple weeks. Okay, now you're going to lift your bum up and set it on the foam roller. I'm going to take my feet as wide as the mat, or a little bigger than hip width distance. Let my knees fall to the right. Maybe I'm on one hand. Here, sweetie. Here you go. I know. Oh, thank you so much for helping. Yes. And just start to roll back and forth on the bum. Yes, I know. You were starved for attention. If you're like, this is boring and my glutes can take more, then you are a very strong person, and that's great. So if you want more, if this is not getting some of those muscles in your bum, take your right ankle over your left knee and then roll towards your right and just get on in there into those muscles. Especially if you've been sitting in an office chair, probably not a comfortable one, maybe you've been sitting at a kitchen table working, your bum is gonna feel those tensions and that stress. So, and again, we're going about 10 rolls per side here. So if your feet are down, take your knees to the left side. Maybe I scooch my bum for a little bit of balance. I can just roll back and forth with both of my feet. This gives me a lot more balance. Otherwise, if I want to get deep into those muscles, take your left ankle over your right and just start rocking and rolling on that tush. Can't believe I'm doing this like on a video that's going everywhere. It's great. It's awesome. Quarantine. All right. So once that bum feels good and smooshed, give yourself a break here, right? Maybe you just sit up, do a little stretching, pet your doggo. And now we get into some fun stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna pull my hair back. Oh, if you are wearing a hoodie, take off your hoodie because you will bang here and choke yourself. All right, so roll this back. I'm going to put it right underneath where my rib cage starts. I'm gonna hold my neck. It's kind of like I'm chilling out. Lift my bum up off the ground and give myself a little back massage here. Now, if any of this hurts, stop. Like, it shouldn't hurt. This should just feel really good. Roll in the back. And you can get up into the shoulders. And just rock back and forth. If this is too much, you can keep your bum on the ground, right? And then maybe you just kind of inch down. Allow yourself to open up. Remember, we've been desked up all day, like all scrunched. So allow yourself to open up. Oh, yeah. Yep, right in there. That's a tight spot, right in the shoulders. All right, that's enough on the old shoulders. Okay, you guys are gonna love this one. Now roll this all the way back and place your head on it. Hang on to it on both sides and get it right under those occipital bones, those two parts where your neck meets your noggin. That's a medical term. And then just shake your head no. And I hope that this gets those spots. I don't know about you, but I get tension headaches. And these are the spots that just get so tight on the back of my neck. So the knees can be bent, whatever feels good for your back. And you're just shaking your head no. You're saying, heck no. Hi, guys. And do this as long as you need, because I could sit here all day before my dog starts licking my face. Hi. All right, now roll to the side to get up. That's just gonna protect your back and all the work that you've been doing on it. All right, we're not done, we got some more. Okay, so bring the foam roller to the knees here. I'm gonna show one leg at a time. You can also do both, but this one's pretty intense. Sorry, my hair's gotten long in the last 2 weeks. I miss you, hairdressers. Carly. Okay, I'm going to start and I'm going to go from my knee to just the base of my hip and smoosh that out. And so I can just kind of crawl back and forth. If I'm like, no, I can take a little bit more, I can come down on the forearms
Lord. And then just rock, I'm again, avoiding the knee, avoiding the hip, doing about 10 passes on each side. Oh, and if you find a little knot, maybe you just kind of rock and roll. Again, not to pain. This should just feel like, you know, you're like a good massage, right? So go, that's the cool thing about foam rolling is you control your body weight and how much effort you put. All right, onto the other side. If you want, you can do both at the same time. It's kind of fun. Just go back and forth, wee. Make whatever sound effects you need to. But if you're on one leg, the other thing, you can always put your foot up like this too, just whatever gets you more balance, more control, so that you can just go back and forth. I'm also sneaking in ab work. Ha ha ha. All right. All right, just about 10 passes on the muscle, because that's the thing, this can start to feel good, but you can actually smoosh your muscles too much. So we want to do just about 10 on each side. So you get to work out. Okay, now take your hands and we're going to roll the forearms, because if you've been typing, mouse, chasing children around, whatever, you can roll out your forearms and also make this just a nice child's pose stretch. Maybe you take a couple breaths down here and just kind of rolling the forearms. Again, I'm avoiding the elbows, I'm avoiding the wrist directly. I'm just getting the muscles that rotate my hands and give me that grip. All right. And now for funsies, let's just do a little bit more now that you're all smooshed. So this is just good for balance. I'm going to bring the foam roller to where my head and my hips are supported and my spine runs along the foam roller, but I still have that little bit of space underneath my lumbar so that I'm not flat back on there, but I'm not arched too much, just right in the middle in that neutral spine. So this should feel really, really good for your shoulders, right? Like opening up the chest, maybe you just hang out here and surrender and be like, I'm done. Maybe this is too much, right? So maybe you want to cross the arms up here. Maybe you want to put them on your forehead because you might be really, really tight in those shoulders. So give yourself a break. Find a minute where this feels good. And if you have a super hard foam roller, you might want to put a blanket on it because I'm noticing this one's a little tight. And I'm going to take my fingertips and just tent them on the ground. And just for fun, I'm going to see if I can keep the foam roller from moving as I lift my right leg up and off the ground. Deep breath in, set that one down. Good, relax the shoulders. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Can you still relax those shoulders? Are you using your tummy? Good, exhale down. Rinse and repeat. So I'm just lifting and lowering. Do not eat the basket. Lifting and lowering. And again, if I notice that I'm tensing up in my shoulders, I gotta bring that down, gotta relax that. These are just easy breezy on the floor. And this did not work for me. I was rocking and rolling the first time and did not, so this takes practice, right? Because you can tell I'm really having to use my core. So if you have a strong core already and you want to put both of the knees up and just tap one toe down at a time and then talk while you do this, you get extra points. Just kidding. You only get points if you're doing it for your. And honestly, if you can't hold a conversation right here, then I want you to go back down and remember, give me like 50%. This is relaxed time. What are you eating? Oh, she's eating something. All right, last few moves here. If you want to do the double tap, then go ahead. I'm not gonna. And then just relax, right? One more deep breath in and one more exhale. There is no slip way, none, to get off of the foam roller. So just roll to one side and plop off, and then come back up. Give yourself a big stretch, arms up over the head, and exhale down. Good, shoulder roll, you got this. Thank you for joining me. I hope you feel squished and that we gave a little bit of work to the core, and that your dog isn't eating things all around your house. Be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, because we're kind of all we've got, right? So take good care. Thank you so much for joining me today, and namaste.